What is up, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of History Behind the Horror. For today's episode, we're going to be taking a look at Ashley from the video game Sally Face. We only got a few more characters to go here, so if you guys want to see more from Sally Face, please make sure to like and also comment on what character you would like to see next. And if you are new here, make sure you subscribe. We got a lot of things coming up soon that I'm sure you wouldn't want to miss. And with that being said, thank you guys so much for tuning into this episode, and I hope you all enjoy the video. Ashley has brown hair and green eyes. As a teenager, her hair was exceptionally long, reaching past her waist. She wore a purple sweater dress, dark gray leggings or pants, a black choker, and light greenish gray shoes. As an adult, her hair has been cut short to accommodate riding her motorcycle. She wears a leather jacket, a purple short sleeve shirt, and dark gray cutoff jeans. She also wears gray fingerless gloves and a necklace with a silver pendant. After being empowered with Sal's soul, her entire left arm now glows bright blue with otherworldly energy, and her left eye has become light blue. Ashley is shown to possess a very loyal and calm personality. After helping Sal with his bleeding face after getting his shit pushed in by Travis Phelps, you should have seen it, it was fucking crazy. It is clear that she is quite kind-hearted and accepting of Sal even when his mask is absent, and helping with the baloney mystery. It should be noted that she is also the only one in the group that... Imagine not believing in ghosts just for your boyfriend to slaughter the whole apartment complex because of ghosts, and then later you absorb his soul. That'd be a good episode of Ghost Adventures. But we know the truth about that show, don't we, Zach? Bastard. Anyway, she loves art and is the best artist in the group. Ashley is revealed to have been an old friend of Larry's, and she is the one who taught him everything he knows about art. I wonder what else she taught him. During Sal's college days, the two remained on good terms and even went on a date of sorts to Lake Wendigo to reminisce and divulge their woes. Ashley first becomes acquainted with Sal Fisher a couple of months after the arrest of Charlie Mansfield. You knew what you did. Wait, wasn't he in? Oh, fuck. Sal visits Todd's house and meets Ashley right after they finish a tutoring session, but parted ways shortly after. Yeah, because it doesn't take long, does it, Ashley? In the days leading up to the baloney incident, Ashley, Larry, Todd, and Sal have become inseparable friends, and she willingly stands up to Travis Phelps for bullying Sal in the halls. After an exchange of wits, Sal was punched in the face by Travis. Ashley then cleans up the wound and offers to get even with the bully, an offer that Sal declines. I know what offer Sal wouldn't decline. Okay. That's the last time I'm gonna do that. I swear. After a particularly nasty batch of bologna is served at Knockfell High, Ashley agrees to help Sal get to the bottom of the lunch meat's origin. Her efforts in the school proved to be for naught, as no evidence resided within the janitor's closet like she originally suspected. Babysitting her younger brother, Benjamin, prevented Ashley from investigating the bologna supplier, Mrs. Packerton's apartment, room 201. When her father returns home early, she quickly drives to Addison Apartments to further aid in the ongoing peculiar investigation of the meat. After accidentally scaring Larry and Sal, they enter a room filled with newspaper clippings of the missing students at Knockfell High, various sharp tools, and a trunk full of deboned flesh. Welcome back to another episode of The Late Night Society. This is a little segment I like to do every once in a while, talking about the creepy mysteries in gaming that keep me up thinking late at night. And for tonight's episode, we're going to be talking about Mrs. Packerton from Sally face. I searched high and low on the internet trying to find as much information that I could about Mrs. Packerton, since they don't go over too much detail in the video game. We all know the story. Mrs. Packerton had kidnapped a lot of the kids from the school and she murdered them, deboned them, skinned them, and she served them as bologna to the kids at the school. So we all know that Mrs. Packerton later dies in a drunk driving accident. That's all fine and dandy, but what about the parents of the kids that were found to be deboned in that freezer? What happened to those parents? Like, did the investigation stop? Did Sal tell the police? Did anyone tell the police? Did anyone tell anyone about the dead body of the husband that's in the bed? Did anyone bury the body? Did we just leave that body in the bed? Did anyone go and get the body? Did anyone clean out the apartment? Does anyone know that Mrs. Packerton is a fucking serial killer? Touching on the kids once again, why don't we get more information about Mrs. Packerton? How did she get these kids in these situations? How does she manipulate these kids to come to her apartment? Did she do it in the apartment? Did she do it in the classroom? Is there like a secret ritual spot they do it besides the Devourers of God fucking underground thing? It probably was the underground thing, but how did she get these kids in those situations is what I want to know. We get no information about this woman whatsoever. It's just, she's a fucking serial killer for the Devourers of God, and that's all we get about Mrs. Packerton. Nothing else. We don't go into details how she did it or nothing. She's just a serial killer. Like, I was really interested in Mrs. Packerton damn near more than anybody in the game. Like, I just like how we just skip over this old lady after she dies in a car crash and just say, meh, fuck it, she's dead now, so it's okay, right? It's all good. Even the wiki couldn't tell me much about her. They pretty much just confirmed that that's pretty much her whole story, and that she's a math teacher, and like, no fucking duh, of course she's evil. She's a math teacher. Every math teacher is evil. But wait, what's this? She may have a caring side as she keeps her dying husband alive in her room and cares for him daily, and has likely done so for years in light of various diapers around the dwelling? Are we forgetting that she had him tied up to the bed like a pig to the point where he was begging high school kids to kill him? Now we're gonna make Mrs. Packerton look like she has a caring soul? No, god damn it, fuck. Satisfied that the case had been closed, the group makes their leave until Campbell discovers a trash chute hidden behind a painting of a farm and accidentally falls down into the temple of the Devourers of God, hidden below Addison Apartments. Ashley is knocked unconscious from a collision with a pile of bones that likely once belonged to the missing students. Fortunately, she is found by Sal and Larry and is safely extracted from the mysterious complex. Upon returning to the surface, the team debate what to do with Mrs. Packerton to prevent her from killing any more innocents, and when Larry suggests murdering the aged teacher, Todd agrees while Ashley and Sal reject the idea. Eventually, the group decides to sleep on it. The next day, they discover that Packerton had been killed by a drunk driver. On the day of the mass murder at Addison Apartments, Sal and Ash went on a quote-unquote date to Lake Wendigo to catch up and make up for lost times. Ashley is sympathetic to Sal's reoccurring nightmares and troubles finding genuine peace even after the local cult had gone on the ground. The two relinquished their stress by screaming to the skies. Later, Ash received a series of calls from Sal, detailing the unfolding plot of the Devourers of God and the spread of red eyes infection. Against Sal's wishes, Ash contacted the Knoxville Police Department and rushed to Addison Apartments only to find Sal, covered in blood and standing outside the complex, mumbling incoherently. Although Ashley testified against Sal, she was convinced that he was a victim of his own mental instability and should be institutionalized to receive proper help. However, with a relentless prosecutor in a story from a replaced Claire Nettles and Dr. Enon, Sal's insanity argument was rejected and replaced with the capital punishment of death by electric chair, much to Ash's dismay. In the 3 years that followed, Ash desperately searched for evidence to prove Sal's innocence and retract the death penalty. After exhausting all other options, Ash visited Larry's treehouse and took a picture of his ghost before rushing to Knoxville prison to halt the execution. Unfortunately, she was far too late and could only watch as her best friend was put to death. She, along with Neil, planned to rescue Todd, who was captured by the cult and held inside the church. Unfortunately, Neil and Maple later got captured. Ash tried to sneak into the church to rescue them. In the way, Travis appeared and told her to leave the church. Travis had to drag her out of the church. She went to collect the pyramids and placed them surrounding Sal's mask on the grave. Later, she sensed that Sal was waking. She came to see that one of the pyramids had been activated. She punched in the panel to turn on the full power each time the pyramid was discovered by Sal. Even with all three pyramids activated and the resurrect failed, Ash slashed her left arm, sacrificing herself so Sal could make a resurrect. The thunder struck her as she collapsed. Shortly after that, she got up and saw her left arm covered with the power, as well as able to hear Sal in her head. Ash went back to the church, destroying the cultists along the way. She also relied on Sal to get the door unlocked at one point. She learned that Neil and Maple were slaughtered along with 2 more members, while Todd was being offered as a vessel for Red Eye's recruit. She fought against the cultists and Kenneth Phelps himself. In the battle, Kenneth attempted to overpower her with the strength of the void, but he was stabbed by his own goddamn son and plummeted alongside him to his death. You know what? What you did was actually pretty cool, but I still hate this character. Ash fought against Endless with help from Sal and Larry. However, the church was destroyed along with many things, including Travis's life. Ash knelt beside Todd while having a conversation with Sal and Larry. Larry suddenly vanished from her sight just as Todd woke up. Though distraught, Ashley alongside Todd and the spirit of Sal renewed their efforts to cleanse the earth of the plague of shadows and never ceased their efforts to find Larry's ghost. And that is Ashley from Sally Face. Roll the credits because this shit is done. Thank you so much for everyone who tuned into this video all the way into the end. If you did enjoy this video, please make sure that you leave a like on the video and also subscribe if you're new here, because we got a lot of things coming up soon that I'm sure you wouldn't want to miss. Also check the link in the description. That is our Patreon. You get exclusive videos on that page along with these videos a lot earlier than anyone that is on YouTube. It only costs $5. So why don't you just go ahead and click that link and help me out. I could really use it. And if you have any other suggestions for any other videos you would love to see on this channel, make sure you put it in the description, and you can also contact me on my Twitter. Link will be in the description. That's how you get to me a lot faster. So if you want to get in contact with me for a video you want to see and I haven't read any of your comments lately, make sure you make a Twitter. If you don't have one, make a goddamn Twitter. That's how you get a video made. So thank you again everyone for tuning into the video, and I will see you all in our next video. It's a DVD one. I'm sure you guys would love to see that one of a killer called The Trickster. So again, I will see you guys then. Thank you guys so much for watching my video, and I will see you guys tomorrow.